Hello aspirants, welcome to IAS Icons by Unacademy. In this lecture, I am going to talk about something really important. By now, you must have come across this news. Yes, sir, finally, after the wait of 70 years, the mighty cheetahs are back in India. Sir, today's day would be remembered in history forever because it's today that after the long tries of 70 years, finally, big cat or cheetah is reintroduced into India. And after 70 years, 7 decades is a long time, sir. After 70 years, this animal has stepped on India's land. So, Prime Minister himself went on to release these big cats at Kuno National Park. We'll be talking each and everything about this article in detail, what happened, how these cheetahs got extinct from India, from where they have been brought in, and what are the future plans and prospects when it comes to introduction of cheetahs in India. So this type of articles become important from GS paper 3 perspective, environment and conservation related issues, because if any animal gets extinct or gets wiped out from the ecosystem or the environment, it becomes really important to carry out certain efforts as to bring that species back, because ultimately this disturbs the balance, what we know as food chain. It gets impacted, and such type of incidents, they give rise to another related things. So this reintroduction of cheetahs into India becomes really important from UPSC exam also and in general also. Sir, let's start your UPSC preparation with India's largest learning platform, that is Unacademy. Sir, Unacademy offers you widest choice of educators. You get flexibility to change your course, unlimited views on the lectures, dedicated doubt solving sessions, sir, and whatnot. Anything and everything that is required to qualify UPSC examination, you will get that at Unacademy. Sir, aspirants like you a few years ago are the toppers today. They are serving the nation as IAS IPS officers, and you can be like them in future. In few years, you can start your preparation with India's top educators only at Unacademy. Sir, the best of educators will be guiding you, will be your mentors. My name is Shubham Sardhalia. I am your educator and mentor for UPSC CSE. Sir, if you wish to join Unacademy, which you should if you want to qualify this examination, we offer you plus and iconic subscriptions. Sir, these subscriptions where you will get in depth, in detail, each and every topic, each and every discussion on the syllabus which UPSC asked in the examination. You need to enroll into our courses using this code IAS Icons. Sir, remember, IAS Icons will get you massive discounts on all our courses. Normally you get 10% discount, but for a very limited period, with the help of this code IAS Icons, you can get discounts up to 20% on all our courses. Sir, you can opt for plus and iconic subscriptions. We give you optional subscriptions. We also bring for you 0% EMI option. Now you can enroll in our courses and pay the entire amount in small monthly installments without paying any interest on it. Sir, you can opt for iconic subscription. And something really important, sir, Unacademy once again is bringing for you UPSC CSE Super Combat, where you will be asked 50 questions in 60 minutes, and anybody who ranks first in this combat will be getting a Samsung mobile along with UPSC notes and Amazon voucher worth thousands of rupees. These exciting rewards can be yours if you enroll into this Super Combat by using this code IAS Icons. So sir, anything you are opting for at Unacademy, you don't forget to use this code IAS Icons. Let's come back to the article. Sir, 70 years after being extinct from India, world's largest world's fastest land animal is all set to return, or actually it has returned after 70 years. The mighty cheetah, which is fastest land animal on this entire earth, has stepped on the land, has stepped on Indian grounds. This cheetah and its reintroduction becomes really important. The entire nation today is actually in a very joyous mood seeing these big cats coming back to India. So India finally welcomed 8 cheetahs from Namibia, around 8,000 kilometers from India. They have been brought from Namibia, and ultimately the plan is to reintroduce this feline. Feline are these animals which belong to cat family, which includes your tiger, your cheetah, snow leopard, and even lion also. So these cheetahs are being reintroduced exactly after 7 decades, because in 1950 to 70 years ago, this species was declared extinct, that they no longer are present in India. Sir, they have been brought in a modified Boeing aircraft. So this was not a day thing. It was planned for years and years together. A specialized aircraft was brought in so that they can be easily and comfortably transported from thousands of miles away. A modified Boeing aircraft carrying these cheetahs in special wooden crates. So you must have seen in the newspaper, news articles or somewhere in social media, in wooden crates these cheetahs were brought in. The special Boeing aircraft, I'll show you the image and you'll understand how this Boeing aircraft is special. Sir, it landed at Gwalior Air Base in Madhya Pradesh around 8 a.m. today, and from where they were transported to Kuno National Park in helicopters. These 8 cheetahs, sir, already at Kuno National Park, the Honorable Prime Minister was waiting for them. 8 radio-collared African cheetahs. Sir, this is important, radio-collared. I hope you can get it from the name only. Radio-collared are actually the special collars meant for animals which have radio transmitters, so that authorities can actually detect, actually monitor their movements. And it is very important to know where these 8 cheetahs are roaming, because they are left into a free space. So authorities should know where these cheetahs are moving, what are they currently doing. So they were fitted with radio collars, and these 8 radio collared cheetahs are initially left into a closed enclosure for certain period of time, after which becomes their final destination after 5,000 miles or 8,000 kilometer journey from Namibia. Sir, this special aircraft you see, you can see the face of a cheetah on it. So it was specially designed to implement this reintroduction of cheetah, which becomes one of its kind initiative. Sir, it is one of its kind initiative when intercontinent transfer of cheetahs has been taking place, and India is doing it. If you see with the help of maps, sir, here is Namibia, and this was the entire journey. Around 8,000 kilometers of journey was undertaken by these cheetahs, hours of journey, after which they landed at Madhya Pradesh. Sir, the arrival of big cats was really special for each and every individual, and it becomes more special because Honorable Prime Minister of India was already there to welcome these cats. And today's day marks 72nd birthday of Honorable Prime Minister. So it was really special that Prime Minister on his 72nd birthday released these 3 big cats into the park. Out of total 8, 3 big cats were released by the Prime Minister, and rest of 5 were to be reintroduced by another dignitaries, which included the Chief Minister of Madhya Pradesh also. So that's how the entire thing went. We need to understand what is this cheetah reintroduction plan. Sir, it was the culmination of 13-year-long effort. As I told you, that it was not something which was planned overnight. It took years to come into this final shape. All this effort started exact 13 years ago, which was an effort to restore this vanished species. The species that vanished around 70 years ago, this effort ultimately helped to bring them back. Bringing the cheetah back will make India the only country with 5 species of big cats. So this is really important. We need to remember this, and if in any format, in any way we are asked question related to it in UPSC mains, we need to mention, sir, that with the reintroduction of cheetah in India, India becomes the only nation to house all 5 species of big cats, which include tiger, lion, leopard, snow leopard, and now cheetah also. You can find tiger, lion, leopard, snow leopard already in India. Now with the introduction of cheetahs, we have all 5 species of these big cats. Sir, these 5 cheetahs, total of 8 cheetahs are brought in India. 5 of them are females and 3 are male. They arrived after a 2-day airplane and helicopter journey from African savannas, and is expected to spend 2 to 3 months in 6 square kilometer or 2 square mile enclosure inside this Kuno National Park. So sir, it's not that they are directly being released to Kuno National Park. There's an enclosure that is being built, or that is already built inside Kuno National Park. This 2 square mile enclosure will initially hold these 8 big cats, and after they have spent 2 to 3 months, that they very well acclimatize, they very well get introduced to this environment. After their acclimation to Kuno, because it's it's not that easy that they have been brought all the way from Africa. Environmental conditions, the things here are totally different. So this 2 to 3 months time would be given to them so that they can get gelled up, they can get acclimated with the surroundings, they get to know the climate here, they get to know the other living conditions here, and eventually if things go well, they will be released to the forest and grasslands of this Kuno National Park, and they will share this entire landscape with leopards, sloth bears, striped hyenas. So after this 2 or 3 months period, they will be released to ultimately to this big 5,000 square kilometer Kuno National Park, where they will be dwelling, they will be living with other species. And if things go well, like this 3 to 4 months period go well, and after that they are successfully introduced into the natural landscape, after that 12 another cheetahs are expected to join the Indian population next month from South Africa. So we can expect that eventually few more of these cheetahs will be joining this fleet. If we talk about cheetahs, what this cheetah actually is, the cheetah, its history can be traced to years ago. It can be traced to Neolithic times. The cheetah has an ancient history. So this becomes really important. We need to remember this, that cheetahs have an ancient history in India. They were seen in Neolithic cave paintings of a slender spotted feline being hunted. Slender spotted feline, or a species from cat family which is spotted. That's these spots which become the reason for its name. So it was found in certain caves at Chaturbhunj Nala in Mandasur of Madhya Pradesh. So there was a cave in Chaturbhunj Nala in Mandasur of Madhya Pradesh. In that cave during Neolithic times a painting was made. We cannot clearly see it, but if it is being told that it was this painting in which this cheetah was being hunted and it was spotted thousands of years back in history. Sir, the name cheetah is believed to have originated from Sanskrit word chitrak, which means the spotted one. So these spots become the identity, these spots become the differentiation that comes up when we talk about cheetah. So these spots are actually the reason for its name. In Sanskrit word chitrak means the spotted one, and from that chitrak is derived the word cheetah. Cheetah population used to be fairly widespread. Before its extinction, it was found in n number of places in India. The animal was found from Jaipur and Lucknow in north, to Mysore in south, to Kathiawad in west, and Deoghar in east. So almost the cheetah population stretched north, south, east and west throughout the nation, but eventually it got extinct. Now the another question that comes up in our mind is, how did these cheetahs got extinct? Sir, overhunting was the major contributing factor for cheetahs extinction. Undoubtedly they were killed for certain reasons. They were killed by the rulers. They were killed for another reason. So they eventually became extinct. The decimation of its relatively narrow prey based species. The another reason which was evident, or which could be possible for its extinction, was that they had a narrow prey base. There were very narrow species which they could feed on. So eventually these prey species got extinct. Apart from that, their habitat, the grassland forest habitat where these cheetahs used to stay, they used to live, they gradually were lost. So ultimately they lost their prey, they lost their habitat, they were being killed, they were subjected to overhunting, and ultimately they disappeared. The cheetah is believed to have disappeared from Indian landscape in 1947 when Maharaja Ramanuj Pratap Singh Deo of Korea Princely State hunted down and shot the last 3 recorded Asiatic cheetahs in India. It's also said that Maharaja Ramanuj Pratap Singh Deo, he hunted last 3 Asiatic cheetahs in India, and ultimately in 1952 cheetah was officially declared extinct. The government of India agreed to it that India no longer houses or no longer holds any of cheetahs on its land. Now, next question comes here is, why these cheetahs are being brought back? The main aim behind the translocation is not only to restore India's historic evolutionary balance. One thing is very clear, that we had this species in our past, in the history, so we want them to be revived. That's only one reason, but also to develop cheetah meta population that will help in global conservation of the animal. We ultimately want that globally the population, the number of cheetahs should be conserved, and even if they become extinct in India, they should stay there in the entire world, so that such type of translocation projects can be carried out. So in order to maintain their population globally, these type of initiatives become important. Attempts to relocate cheetahs began in 2009. So as I told you that 13 years from now this effort was started, and only in 2020 the Supreme Court of India finally gave the green signal for such efforts. There were lot of obstacles, lot of barriers that came in between. Certain environmentalists were of the opinion that this could have some negative impacts on their ecosystem, but eventually Supreme Court of India gave its assent, and ultimately this project was carried out. Now the next question is why Kuno National Park was chosen. There could be another areas also where these cheetahs could be housed. Sir, Kuno National Park was being monitored since 2006 and found to be ready to receive cheetahs immediately, and it had already been prepared for Asiatic lions. It was planned that certain Asiatic lions from within India can be transferred to this Kuno Wildlife Sanctuary or Kuno National Park. So it already was ready to welcome or to receive these Asiatic lions as it was prepared for it. So both these animals, lion and cheetah, share almost same habitat, like they dwell in semi-arid grasslands, forest, and that stretch across Gujarat, Rajasthan and Madhya Pradesh. So Asiatic lions also can be seen in Gujarat, Rajasthan, Madhya Pradesh, and very similar habitat was demanded by cheetahs also. So Kuno National Park was one such area which was already ready to welcome Asiatic lions, and since the very similar and conducive conditions were required for cheetah also, so it was readily available at Kuno. So this type of welcome was accorded at Kuno National Park when these mighty predators are welcomed here. Sir, Kuno National Park also has a healthy prey base. I told you earlier that one of the reasons that cheetah got extinct was their declining prey base, but now this Kuno National Park has enough of healthy prey base. It has cheetal, sambal, nilgai, wild pig, langur, peafowl, etc. Apart from these, 700 more such herbivores are also introduced to the area so that they do not fall short of prey. Apart from the including species of prey that is available, 700 more such herbivores are introduced into Kuno National Park so that these cheetahs can survive there. Once the population in Kuno National Park has adapted and is flourishing, the Indian government will expand the efforts to reserve in other parts of the countries as well. Like this can be called as a pilot project. Once it is done successfully, the certain similar efforts would also be taking place for the reintroduction in other reserves of the country. Sir, cheetah reintroduction, it will help in conserving their number. Apart from it, it will also boost and enhance living conditions of the local communities. Undoubtedly, sir, the entire nation is in joy today that we now have 5 species of big cats, and cheetah is being reintroduced after 70 years. So eventually people would be going up to Kuno National Park just to have the glimpse of this cheetah, and this will give rise to eco-tourism, and ultimately it will enhance the condition of local communities in and around the landscape where these cheetahs are likely to be introduced. Not only at Kuno National Park, in other areas also, in other reserves where these cheetahs will be introduced, people would be going there, and this will increase the revenue from eco-tourism and associated activities. So these are the things which are expected to come up in future. But yeah, undoubtedly the big news that India now becomes the only country we have all 5 species of big cats, and this is really a moment of joy. Sir, these type of articles become really important from mains perspective, and if we want to qualify mains, we need to master the art of answer writing, which can be only done with the help of practice. And you can start your practice with UPSC CSE mains test series by Unacademy. Sir, we offer you 30 full sectional tests, customized feedback, high quality model answers, live analysis, and everything related to your answer writing. Unacademy gives you Doubt Darbar, where already thousands of students come and clear their doubts. I hope we are clear till here. We are clear with this articles, or such type of information, such type of articles which are relevant from UPSC exam point of view. You'll be getting on our exclusive English channel, that is IAS Icons. If you haven't subscribed to this channel, do subscribe and also press the bell icon so that you get the notifications of all the updates that are taking place at this channel. Thank you very much. All the best. Keep working hard. Bye bye. Take care. Jai Hind.